What's up, guys? My name's Kyle, and today I am creating a video from one of our comments from a different video on how to design a high converting landing page for Google Ads. Real example. Legal Lead Sharks podcast mentioned that it was a great video, but she wants something a little bit more beginner friendly. And I thought this would be a great video idea to create, kind of walk you guys through a landing page build as best as I can. I'm not going to walk you guys through from scratch just because it would be a few hours. But I'm going to walk you guys through the details, the layout, how to create a sticky call button, so you guys get the full details, and then how to connect the number pool to Google Ads, what number you should use, etc. So let's jump into it. Legal Lead Sharks podcast. I appreciate your comment and for asking for this video. So I hope you can help some other people as well. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to touch on, building out a landing page. So this is a landing page that we're typically using for mobile devices. And this landing page works really, really well. We've got a video here that runs. This is the thumbnail for it. And then we have, some forums here. And so, it's a really good landing page that we use. Now, typically with landing pages, we like to have a sticky call button up top. So that was one of the first questions that was asked, is how do I have a sticky call button? And it's relatively simple. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go high level, and I've got the sticky header in GHL CSS code. So I've got this here, and we are going to just copy this. We're going to move it over here, go to custom CSS. We've got some custom CSS here, and then we're going to replace it and hit save. Now, we need to be able to pull this section right here, and we're going to go to, let's see here, we're going to go to style, and then we've got the CSS selector here. We're going to copy that. We're going to jump back over to the custom CSS, and we're going to have this. So now what we can see here is it should be sticky. Now on the preview it's not going to work as well, but you can see here that it does stick to the header. So if we go ahead and save this, and we're going to jump over to the preview, what you can see here is not on mobile device, but on this, as soon as you pull it, as soon as you go down, it starts coming with you. So if you guys wanted it to start, you guys could put it at the very top, or you could just put it like this. This is how we have the sticky call button. You guys can redesign it how you please, but you can have the button just fully across. You can have this. However you guys would like it, you guys can set it up that way. So that's kind of the first question. The second question is the phone number. How in the world do you get the phone numbers to swap? What do you do in Google Ads? What phone numbers do you use? Everything. So with phone numbers, you want to go over into the HighLevel dashboard, go into settings and phone numbers. We're going to add number pool. Visitor activity, we're going to do that. We're going to do all visitors. Number pool size, just name this Google Ads number. And you want to forward it to the number that you have set. So in this case, we'll set it to that phone number just for this. Now, typically what you're going to want to do is, if we're doing this phone number, you typically want to have the same phone number on here. So we'd have the same phone number here, and we'd have the same phone number here. So the phone numbers would be the same on both. If this is a different phone number, then what you're going to want to do is change this, and you can have phone numbers to swap. You can swap that phone number. You can swap this phone number. So you guys can swap, this phone number. I believe you're able to swap multiple phone numbers, but it really all depends. If this is your phone number, just go ahead and hit save as forwarding number. I typically recommend numbers local, but you guys can choose a number in any area code, depending on where you guys are located, or toll-free number. Either one works. You guys go ahead and hit activate number here. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to see it activated. Now, we aren't going to be using any of these numbers, so this is more for test purposes. So we've got the phone numbers now, right? So we got this phone number and we've got it on the landing page here. All right, it's in the text. It's also it's linking to there. So if we hit save now, we view this landing page. What we may see is that this phone number is not switching. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we want to pull off the we want to pull the tracking template here. So we're going to go ahead and copy that. We're going to jump over into, we're going to go back. So right now this is not swapping. We're going to go to settings, and then we're going to go ahead and copy that tracking, that script into here. Now if we go ahead and refresh this page, what we're going to see is this number should swap with an 833 number. So that number is now swapping with that 833 number, and you're good to go. So the next thing you'd want to do is, if you guys are running Google Ads, you guys would want to set up an integration, and I've gone through that in a different video where you have that automation set up and it goes into the Google Ads. You'll integrate your Google Ads and you'll have that automation so that whenever somebody calls and they call this number, it counts as a conversion. Now the question is, these number pool numbers, they do not get accepted in Google Ads. So if we set up this 833 number and we go to Google Ads and say we set up, let me move over there. We set up a call extension and we run this phone number here, right? It's one of our forwarding numbers. What you'll notice is that this number will not get accepted. It'll be pending approval or it will get denied. We have to run the number that is on our landing page. So it's not the 833 number, but it's 314 number. So you actually have to run this number instead on Google Ads, because on our landing page, Google is picking up that there in no way. So if we go to Page Insights, nowhere should that 833 number be listed anywhere. It's listed here, but it's not. There's no phone number linked to it. Even though it's linking to that, it's dynamically swapping. So Google's not able to verify the phone number unless it does register our 314 number. So if we look at 314, 455, you can see here that it's registering this number, even though it's showing this number. So we have to run our main number here, whatever it's being forwarded to or whatever's on the landing page, we have to run this phone number on Google Ads for it to get approved. So this won't count in the HighLevel system. It'll count in Google Ads as long as you have conversion tracking set up correctly, but you got to run this one if you're running a number pool. Now, if you're running a static number, that is not as much of an issue. You guys can run the static number on the landing page and then connect it to the ad asset. That's kind of the full how the number pool works, what you want to do. Now, the next thing is landing page basics. So this video is meant to be more of landing pages and how to set up one. So if we're setting up a landing page, what our structure is going to be is we love to have this this section right here is the phone number, and it follows the user down, because you never know at what point, and it doesn't follow on this, but follows on this, you never know at what point maybe they're reading reviews and they say, oh, like this is the perfect time. You always want to have that option available to where they're able to call you and they don't have to scroll up, they don't have to scroll down. You just have everything right there. So that's really, really important. Having that phone number. We love having videos now, so having some sort of on mobile device at least, but even on desktop, you want to have a video of the guys doing the work, or at least a picture of the guys doing the work. So if you're a roofer, have a guy on a roof. If you guys are a plumber, have a guy fixing a drain, fixing a toilet. If you guys are replacing water heaters and that sort of stuff, you want to have pictures related to whatever somebody's looking for. So if I'm in the market for, let's say, a mover and I'm moving long distance, let's say. So I'm moving from Missouri out to California. What I'd want to see on here is, yes, I would want to see these Google reviews. You always want to have some sort of trust factor, right? We also have these right here. This is where the logo goes, but for the purposes of this video, we just have these random logos here. But that's where the logo would go. You want to have the trust factor. So you got the Google reviews. You guys have got your logo. Looks nice. You guys have got your phone number. You make it easy for them to reach out. And then you guys have somebody doing the job, a picture or a video. For long distance moving, you may see a video of them packing up the truck, them driving away, getting to the place, unloading the vehicle. So it shows the whole process. If it's a picture, you may see the guys loading up the vehicle. They're branded. They look nice. They're smiling. You may see a picture of the team and a truck behind them. You want something personalized, not stock photos, personalized to your guys' company. Make sure everything's branded together. It looks nice, but that's kind of our not our secret, but a good thing to have on the landing page is having an image that supports the work, what you guys are doing. For plumbers, I'm looking for a fixture repair, right? I've got a broken sink faucet or something. If you can match, somebody looks for broken sink faucet, plumber, broken sink faucet repair. They land on a guy who is fixing a sink faucet, then that is a lot better than somebody who might be, just doing some general plumbing work or general, fixing a toilet. You want to have it related to what they're looking for. And that's why it's important to put everything in different ad groups. Kind of going on a different tangent here, but landing page and support, everything needs to be above the fold. The next thing that makes landing pages stand out are the special offer. So having some sort of offer, right? So if you're a plumbing company, maybe $50 off new customer for new customers, or maybe there's no cost for new customers. Depends on your guys' industry. You guys understand, but having some sort of offer, showing that above the fold is very, very powerful, and you guys can get people to reach out to you that way. So offer, proofs, or just trust symbols like these up here, and this. Make it easy for them to reach out. So you got give them the option of a phone call or form submission. They can choose either option. You're going to have a lot more success than if you just say, hey, for the plumber example, hey, we are a plumber in St. Louis, Missouri. That's good, but it's not great. If you just have, the team behind a truck, really, really nice, right, for plumbers, and it may work, but also what may work better is seeing a guy on doing the job or a video of them fixing whatever they're looking for. Google Ads is extremely competitive nowadays. Landing page is more than 50% of what it takes to be successful on Google Ads, so it's important that you have an amazing landing page that speaks to your audience and is customized to what they're looking for. And you notice here with our landing page structure, as we scroll down, we've got some trust symbol or trust. Hey, we've worked with over 1,000 Texans. We've got over 10,000 pools installed under our belt. We're a great fiberglass pool installer. Here's our reviews. Here's some trust symbols and just some general information. You got some guys on the job here, which isn't the best picture, but it works. Got some people. Why do people want a pool? For the entertainment, for the enjoyment. You got some people. You got some beautiful pictures of a pool. This is another form. Satisfaction guaranteed. Beautiful pool, and then a phone number. So very simple landing page structure, guys, and feel free to kind of design similarly. We have, worked with other consultants to, we actually, working with a friend on this landing page that has worked really, really well. That kind of put us onto this. So these landing pages, they work well. They're powerful. You need to structure them right. This is kind of how we structure them, and may give you a good idea of you guys' landing page structure for your business. But all of them have similar structures where easy to reach out, trust, offer, and then just information after it. Everything above the fold, make it so that you would want to click and reach out to your own company. So I hope that helps. This is more so landing page structure breakdown. I appreciate the comment. If there's any clarification I need to do on this video, let me know. Comment down below. But I thank you guys for watching, and take care. Stay tuned for more helpful Google Ads content.